up, everybody? John Sanders here, coming at you live. What's going on? Hey, it is Wednesday, I believe. Thursday. Time flies when you're having a good time. But yes, no practice tonight, but we do have our workouts tomorrow night, and you should be doing the work on your own today. All right, so make sure you guys are working, please. All right. I was thinking about this because I don't know if I've ever talked about this specifically, but we've had some players in our program who ended up being pretty darn good, who weren't great at all to begin with. And we've had some shy kids end up not being shy, and we basically have transformed some players, right? And I would say that it was less us doing it and more them doing it. I just always say that. But the question is, can you change? Can you change a player from being a jerk to an awesome guy? Can you change a player from being a lazy kid to a hard worker? What's up, Adrian? Not only do I believe that you can change, I can point out 3 situations where it's people are afraid for you to change. It is so likely that you will change. And I'll tell you what those things are right now. 1, peer pressure. Your parents think if you hang around certain kids, you're gonna be just like them. That is so true. So if you hang around drug addicts, you're gonna probably do drugs at some point in time. Trust me, and peer pressure is there. So what if you hang around NBA players all day, or hang around kids that work hard all day? Yeah, that's one way to change, and it's almost guaranteed. So yes, you can absolutely change with peer pressure. 2, how about this one right here? You can change from some kind of traumatic experience. All right, and your parents are afraid of this happening to you, so they're oh no, I don't want to do the wrong thing. I don't want to scar my child. I don't want them to I don't know, walk by a basketball court and get hit in the head with the ball and then just hate basketball forever. All right, but then they also notice that if you watch a specific game and it's a last second shot by Jokic and it goes in, that can inspire you so much. They know that you can change at the drop of a hat, and they're so afraid for you to change for the worse that they won't let you do one bad thing. They're oh no, this might change his entire life. And it's true. But not only does the negative happen, but the positive can happen too. So you have to see that as well. And then the last one would be the biggest, baddest, most expensive military in the world, which is the United States of America. We spend so much money, I don't know how much money, $800 trillion, something stupid like that. It's $800 billion a year on our military. We spend the next 5 biggest countries like China and Russia, all of them put together don't equate to us. That's how much money we spend on this. And we're so good at doing war. We're so great at it. The whole world's scared of us, right? That big, huge military country has one problem. One huge problem. With everyone that comes in it, when they leave it, they have PTSD, called post-traumatic stress disorder. And it's almost unavoidable, and it's this thing that affects them their whole entire life. It changes who they were. They go into the military one person, they come out a different human being. So with that said, you can do this stuff positively as well. If you want to change, your mind is ready to change at any point in time. You just gotta enter the positive trauma. So you gotta be okay, 21 straight days of working out at 6 in the morning. Boom, you're changed. Let me see. Let me play 3 years up for an entire year. Boom, you changed. Let me post homework for 100 straight days. Boom, you changed. You can change who you want to be and be anything that you want to be, period. All right, so that should be a happy thing for you guys. Make sure that it's not negative. Hopefully nothing crazy bad happens to you, but something good, yeah, hope that does happen to you. Let's take 10 minutes on the clock, and this is going to be a quick show because my show yesterday was way too long. Let's make this one faster. We got the quote of the day. Is the journey's greater than success? I just put out a video about Kieran and how he focuses on the future instead of the now. All right, we do have a few quotes saying you should focus on the now and things like that, but the future is where it's at. All right, the journey's greater than the success. You can't think about though the success, because the success will change over time because you're going to get better and you're going to have higher goals. The journey is the now, but it's like not just now, but it's like the next 1,000 nows. All right, so it's like if you enjoy it, we talked to Wes about it the other day and how Wes is just such a miserable person sometimes because he just wants it so bad that he's sad all the time. You can't be like that in life. You have to somehow, some way. You can fight through it. You can like run when you don't love to run. You can work out when you don't love to work out. But you got to trick yourself, figure out, change yourself into enjoying the process. That's the trick, because your mind can only last so long. So make sure that you guys try your best to do that. And if you truly believe this, you're in luck. But if you can somehow change to believing it, then that's actually stronger. So hopefully you guys can be stronger than that. Quote of the day: the journey is greater than success. Let's watch the story of the day now. Let's watch that right now. Watch it. A college player once asked to work out with Kobe Bryant. Kobe agreed and told him to be at the gym at 6 o'clock. The next morning, the kid wasn't there, and Kobe later told him to never ask again. The kid said he figured he meant 6 p.m., and Kobe replied, "Why would I work out then? Everyone works out then. I work when no one else is willing to." Kobe, stone cold, my man. Yes, that player was O.J. Mayo, I believe. And he thought he meant 6 a.m. in the morning. Kobe's like, why would I work at a 6? Sorry, he thought they meant 6 p.m. He goes, why would I work at a 6 p.m.? Everyone does that. He wants to do things that no one does. And that's what you should be like too. Well, I want to do things that no one can do because that's going to get me places that no one has been. All right. And speaking of traveling to places, let's check out some Giannis travel highlights. What is he doing? Apparently this is not a travel. So I can explain it to you guys. When he's not caught the ball because he can still dribble it. Now he's caught the ball. So that's why the rule was made. And they said that it's always been that way. And it's so that people can still dribble. It makes sense, right? It's like as long as you can still dribble. So while the ball's in your hand and spinning, you can still dribble it. He can still dribble if he wanted to, right? So you can take many, many steps. So that's the weird part about the rule. All right, so they're swearing that this is not a travel. It's someone utilizing the rules and the loopholes within the rules. They can't take away this loophole because if you couldn't dribble like that, then you'd have to slap at the ball. The ball has to rest in your hand at some point in time. So the players have learned to take advantage of this rule where past players just weren't so fortunate to be analytically watching it. And I think even refs back in the day would have probably called that a travel on any player doing it back then. But the players could have argued and said, well, why is it a travel? If this isn't a travel, then why is that a travel? And then they could go, oh my God. And the rules were created by man, but they were created to have a flow of the game. People taking advantage of those rules, it is weird, but as long as you're following the rule, that's that. So how creative can you get? But notice if you're too creative, the referee might call it anyways, so you may not get it. All right, homework. The stuff that we would have been doing today, press break, walk through as a team, and all this other kind of stuff like baseline out of bounds, going three-way. All right, but for the homework for today, the stuff that we'll be doing for our Friday is twist passes, ankle breaker, crossover, all right, mid-post series, which is a great series of moves. Make sure you guys do that stuff for at least 5 minutes. One-on-one hurdles for losers, 15-second sprints times 4, and then fake behind the back layup. All right, that's all that we're doing for twist passes. Someone's dead on you, you got to twist to make the pass. You can't throw the ball into their hand, can't throw the ball across your body. Pass it to the left, use the left hand, but also twist your body. Pass it to the right, use your right hand, but also twist your body. I understand that, but we're going to be practicing that. You can practice against a wall or something like that. All right. What up, Gennaro? Cool shades. I can't do that right now because I have the things on. My bad, but yes. Moving on. We got some highlights. Oh, this is the cool highlight. Jokic to Air Gordon. Oh wait, we gotta lower that, right? Let me see this thing. Highlight window, lower that. He jumped so high, he jumped out of the screen. Boom. I mean, Gordon is just an amazing dunker. He's probably, obviously, one of the best dunkers in the history of basketball. I don't think he ever won the slam dunk contest, but he should have. I mean, just bad years for him on that one. But yes, Eric Gordon's 360 alley-oop. Great passer, great dunker. Let's check out the trivia question for the day. Name the last undrafted Wichita State player who's won an NBA championship. I said last just in case there happened to be some other one. You never know with these questions of mine. So yes, I'll be right back after this commercial break.
When I was 7, I started my first business, which taught me resilience. Then around 10 years old, I fell in love with making content. And then there was basketball. My approach to my basketball career and my content was the same. If I put reps in every single day, I would succeed one way or the other. However, I was faced with my height being a major factor for my future in basketball. So early on, I started taking True Height. After I started to see more physical growth, True Height became the driving force behind my confidence on and off the court. True Height is for those who consistently show up and believe in their own dreams like I did.
Of course. I didn't have a chance to play the music. Didn't even get a chance to play the trivia music, and we already got the answer down, Pat. Yes. The answer is Frederick Van Fleetus. Fred Van Fleet is the answer. The last Wichita State, I believe the only Wichita State. I had to add that just in case. The Wichita State player who was undrafted, was not drafted, and won a championship with Toronto. All right. Yes. That is the answer. Great job to Adrian. You were supposed to ask the question from last week. Was I? I don't know, man. I wasn't sure. I'm never really sure on where we answered that. What was the question from last week? I totally deleted it. Do you know the answer? Give me the question and the answer from last week just to see if you knew it. And that's crazy that you even remember that. Man, what a memory. I love that. All right, let's see what we got for a conspiracy theory here. Conspiracy theories. Oh, this is another SGA stuff. We talk about SGA so much and it's only in the negative light. But let's see what he's got here. Okay, well, that's a travel. Okay. He's not dribbling during this time, by the way. And he got the shot. I think they even called a foul. Okay, that is a definite. Let's count the steps. I don't care if it's a gather step or whatever. Let's count these steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then he took 7 steps. And they didn't call this a travel. He's not even doing it. I mean, I know this is slow motion, but he's not even doing it that quickly. That is crazy. Okay, so here's the actual play.
But just 2 for 13 outside. 5 seconds for Shea. Good defense, tough shot into his feint, out of bounds, and SGA still under.
So yeah, that's pretty crazy. So yeah, if you think that you're traveling and we show you video evidence, you gotta believe it, man. But yeah, that is insane. Come on, refs, you gotta get that. Conspiracy theory confirmed on that one, guys. Quincy, you were supposed to ask the question for last week. Quincy AC was the answer. Wait, what was the question? What was the question for Quincy AC? Anyways, you are what you do, not what you say you'll do. You got Kieran with the post-entry wing passes. Legend series by Kieran. Mellow threes in 3 minutes. Who's that? On the outdoor hoop. Look at that. With the design of the outdoor court. Adrian, who was the 2012 NBA champion, who was the 37th pick in the draft. Well, that's not Quincy AC. 2012 NBA championship was won by, who was it? The Warriors? Was it won by the Warriors? 2012 NBA championship was won by, the Heat. The Heat. So it's someone from the Heat team, maybe the Thunder team. The Heat or the Thunder. That was the 2012 NBA championship. So you have to look on that list of people. It might be the Thunder, but you have to look on that list and see who was drafted the number 37. It was not Quincy AC, I'll tell you that. Because Quincy AC, he was drafted last year, right? Isn't that someone drafted most recently? Oh no, it's an older player. Maybe it is Quincy AC. Maybe, oh man. Oh! Wait, no, he was drafted 37th of 2012 by Toronto. So he was not on the team. He was not. Yeah, he was in that draft, but he did not win the championship that year. There you go. So, no, that's the wrong answer anyways. Someone on one of those two teams was drafted number 37. Who is that person? All right, last thing that we're talking about. You heard my alarm go off. We're almost done. This is a really, really cool story. Listen to this really quickly because this guy right here, he used to be the guy in the picture. He talks about the guy in the picture on the left, right there, in the blue, versus the guy on the right, who is Steph Curry. The guy on the left used to be the way better player.
I don't remember. This guy right here was being recruited by every school in the country, went to a Power 5 school in Syracuse. This guy right here went to a mid-major. This guy right here ended up being undrafted. This guy right here was drafted top 10. This guy played overseas. This guy right here changed the game globally. Unanimous MVP. You know the rest of his career, everything he has accomplished. The moral of the story, what I'm trying to say is, it's not how you start. Some players are going to have head start. They're going to be ahead of you. But you have to run your own race. Steph Curry ran his own race. He wasn't the biggest. He wasn't the fastest. He wasn't the quickest. But he knew what he was great at.
I think a lot of that comes from the fact that when you're good early, you tend to think that you don't need to work. It's hard to get the best players to work. So make sure that you are not like that. If you are behind, good. That means that you have to work, that you're forced to work or you're not playing, right? But it gets demoralizing if you're not good. So it sucks both ways. Well, that's why no one works out. If they're great, they're like, I'm already good enough. If they suck, they're like, oh, I suck. You don't want to work either way. When do you want to work? When it's a tie and you have until tomorrow to win the championship? Shut up, dude. Everyone wants to work then. Can you work just because you want to work? That's the thing. All right. So, yes, the guy in the blue ended up not being, we don't even know his name. His name is what? Like something, Paul Harris. Do you know that guy? No. We know Steph Curry, though. So, yes, although Paul Harris would have just balled up Steph Curry on this day, it doesn't matter. It's all about who puts in the work. So are you willing to put in the work? That's all I got to say. That's my time. Don't forget that the quote of the day, guys, is the journey's greater than success. Write that down somewhere. Get a tattoo of it. That's my time. Cue my outro so I can get out of here. Reese's Pieces, everybody.